What's up everyone, OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some great Switch topics for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with the first ever gameplay footage for SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. This is a classic for 3D platformers out there, and one of the few licensed games that are actually good, especially for the 6th generation in terms of a 3D platformer. You don't see that a lot, but this game actually got it done. And after watching some more of the gameplay footage here, I have to say I'm a believer, because I wasn't necessarily originally on board with the gameplay for this one. I've heard a lot about it. I'm not as big on 3D platformers, and I watched a lot of it, but I didn't play it back in the day when it came out in the 6th generation. So when people were hyping this one up, I was a little skeptical, because one, it's SpongeBob, obviously licensed games, not necessarily so great. And when I was a kid, all the Nickelodeon games weren't really that good at all. So I wasn't really sure about this one, but after watching this gameplay, you can see that it's a lot more ambitious than a lot of the games that were coming out back then. And on top of that, it actually looks really good. The game, they really spruced up the visuals from the original. They brought over a lot of cool gameplay elements, and it does seem like it's going to be a solid SpongeBob SquarePants 3D action adventure platformer style of game. I love the humor in it. The visuals are very nice. They retouch things up to a degree that actually goes above than what we see for a lot of other games, especially from THQ Nordic. I think they did a very good job with the controls and with the graphics and the visuals, and just kind of how it looks. Seems like it is a sharp looking and playing game, so I'm looking forward to actually trying it out. I think it's only going to be $40, so it's definitely a low risk type of game, because if you don't like it that much, it's like, okay, well, you only spent $40 for it. It's $20 off of a normal full price game, so not bad at all. And it does seem like it is going to be a solid game based on this first gameplay footage that we've seen here from Gamescom. So what do you guys think about SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, the first gameplay footage? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, now moving on to the next topic here, we have the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black Order DLC Expansion 1, Curse of the Vampire. We have an official release date for that content, and it will be coming on September 30th. That is official. Nintendo has announced this. Now, the expansion pack will add Marvel Knights characters Blade, Moon Knight, Punisher, and Morbius, as well as a series of co-op missions in the new Gauntlet mode. So if you have that season pass or that ultimate expansion, there you go. You're going to be able to get a lot of cool content. My favorite character out of all of this here is Punisher and Blade. Those are the two characters that I'm really excited to kind of jump into. But I'll be honest here, I haven't finished all of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 yet. I need to go through with the game. It just came out so close to Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I've been playing that game like crazy. Still trying to get through my first playthrough, like around 60 hours. But Marvel Ultimate Alliance is amazing here. September 30th. We still got about another month till that drops, so that's definitely good. But that's going to be coming out at a very packed time as well, because that same week we have Dragon Quest XI S Definitive Edition, and also we have Ori and the Blind Forest coming out in September. Plus there's a bunch of other games like Daemon X Machina, Link's Awakening, and more. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. There's just a lot of stuff in September, so hopefully I can get to it. I already purchased the DLC, so we'll see if I even play it. I'm hoping this doesn't turn into a Hyrule Warriors situation where I purchased all of the season pass and DLC for the first game on the Wii U, then never played any of that, and then I ended up getting it on the Switch anyway, or a review code, and playing some of it there. But overall, pretty cool stuff here. This looks awesome with this new content coming in here September 30th for the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black Order DLC Expansion 1, Curse of the Vampire. So what do you guys think about this? What do you think about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, we have a Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening sighting. Let's go. This game is actually getting a lot of traction and hype, especially after winning that little award that they got there at Gamescom and showing off some gameplay footage as well. So Nintendo has started to launch the preload option for The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and currently digital pre-orders are now live in Europe and Japan. North America should be following soon if it's not already up by the time that you guys watch this video. Those in Europe can take advantage of the new My Nintendo offer. If you preload the game, you'll receive double the gold points when it's released. So if you buy it on the eShop before September 22nd to receive a 5 Great British Pounds worth of gold points, and then you can spend it on other purchases. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening launches on September 20th, and the digital version will take up about 5.8 gigabytes of space on your Nintendo Switch. So it's actually a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like in the 2 gigabyte range or so, because Nintendo's always been pretty good with compression. I think maybe what's making this a little bit larger than what some might expect is the music, because they have a bunch of new renditions. It's high quality music, and I'm pretty sure that's what's taking up all the space here is the music, because there's not going to be normal voice acting or really voice acting at all, just sounds here and there. So that's probably what it is, unless they're hiding some type of crazy big new feature that they haven't talked about yet. I know there's like the dungeon editor or whatever that is, so that could be some space considering all the different variety that you can do, but I think it's really the high quality orchestrated music or the remixes that they're putting in there. I think there's going to be a lot of cool stuff, so I think that's really what it comes down to. But overall, under 6 gigabytes is still not bad, but it's a lot bigger than the original game, that's for sure, on the Game Boy. But I think that this game is going to do a lot better than what people think. Obviously, it's not Breath of the Wild, but a lot of people are excited for more Zelda on the Switch. This is the next Zelda game on the Switch system, if you don't count like Hyrule Warriors and anything, that's not necessarily like a real Zelda game, but this is the next actual Zelda game, and not something like Crypt of the Necrodancer with Hyrule and all that. So people are excited for this, man. More Zelda is always good. So what do you guys think about The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening in terms of the preload, the My Nintendo stuff that's going on, and also the file size being a shade under 6 gigabytes? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here. Publisher Versus Evil and developer Obsidian Entertainment have announced that Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire Ultimate Edition will be coming out for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Now, there is not a release date for this one. Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, I think, just recently launched on the Nintendo Switch, so if you're thinking about getting this game, you probably want to hold out for this Ultimate Edition because it does include some awesome stuff here. So let's talk about some of the key features of this Ultimate Edition of the game. You get the Beast of the Winter DLC. You can heed the call of Vatnir, a priest of the god of death, to halt the tide of destruction encroaching upon the living. You get the Forgotten Sanctum DLC. You can battle your way through the bowels of the vengeful sleeping god. You get the Seeker Slayer Survivor DLC, Triumph or Die in the Crucible of the Kazuwari, where only the mighty reign, and then you can play in either turn-based mode or classic real-time with pause. So really cool that they have different gameplay modes there for different types of players, almost like a Chrono Trigger has the ATB or the actual classic turn-based on there. So I love when developers do that. You have over 100 hours of gameplay per playthrough. I've heard so many good things about the content in this game, Pillars of Eternity. I need to check it out one of these days. This game gives you a detailed character creator and over 1,000 class permutations, giving you the freedom to be whoever you want. You can gather your party as well, build your party and customize your companions to join you on your quest, assign multiple classes and deeper abilities for each, witness their personal relationships, reactions to player choice, and interactions with each other unfold. So almost like a Mass Effect style as well. So Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire Ultimate Edition, no date on that, just been announced. I would guess that it's sometime this year. So hold off if you're going to buy Pillars of Eternity, hold off on buying the Switch version and wait for this, or even if you're going to buy it on the PS4 or the Xbox One, hold off on it. There is this Ultimate Edition that includes all of the DLC. So we'll see about the price and the date at a later time, but what do you guys think about this new version of Pillars of Eternity? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here, Microsoft has officially stated for now that they have no plans to bring more Xbox exclusives to the Nintendo Switch. So here was their full comment after, of course, Cuphead got announced, and then now recently Ori and the Blind Forest. Quote, "The past year has been an exciting time for us as we have more than doubled the internal creative teams making up Xbox Game Studios. As these new studios transitioned in, we were aware of some existing commitments to other platforms and will honor them. However, going forward, these new studios will focus on making games for our platforms. We have no plans to further expand our exclusive first-party games to other consoles. We continue to believe deeply in cross-play and progression of games with the right flexibility for developers to ensure a fair and fun experience." This was recently in a statement to game industry, and basically like a Microsoft PR person had this to say, and you know what? I'm completely fine with that decision. Microsoft is in a crucial period. Launching a new system is a big deal. They need to really hone in and focus, because that was the weak suit of Microsoft when it comes to the Xbox One. They didn't have enough first-party games, and the first-party games that they did release weren't good enough to really build that huge momentum and traction that they needed. So they really need to focus on what they can do to make their systems better, whether it's PC and Game Pass and the Xbox One. Focus on that, get those teams going there. I think they picked the right games to bring over to Nintendo Switch, because they're going to make a lot of money on those games, and really those games aren't like selling a ton on the Xbox platform either after the initial push. So why not bring it over? It's really not going to decide much or not if you bring over Cuphead and Ori, 2D type of games on the system. So it makes sense for those games, and those games are going to do really well. Plus it builds goodwill for Switch players, because I think a lot of people who own a Switch might look at the next Xbox platform because of that. If Switch is like your number one and you're looking for like a system that's going to get more third-party support, because you know the Switch isn't going to get everything going forward next gen, then yeah, that's going to build some goodwill for players, and maybe they go out there and pick an Xbox Scarlet, you know, instead of the next PlayStation 4. So you never know with that. So what do you guys think about all the different topics I've discussed here, from SpongeBob, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Link's Awakening, Pillars of Eternity, and this with Microsoft? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.